Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video and ask you a couple things regarding top surgery. So first off, I was wondering if you had any advice as far as telling your parents that you're moving forward with, um, with surgery. My parents are personally not supportive of my transition, but they are pretty much supportive of every other aspect of my life, meaning that they haven't disowned me or anything like that, but they're having a rough time dealing with everything. But my mom specifically asked to be included as far as big decisions with my transition goes, and I'd say that this is a pretty big decision. Um, I was just wondering if you guys had any like tips or tricks or whatever, how to ease the blow to tell your parents that you're moving forward. Um, Secondly, I wanted to ask, basically, the huge debate of keyhole or double incision. I basically have been going back and forth with this for a long time. But at the end of the day, I normally end up leaning towards keyhole. Um, Mainly because, keeping sensation in my chest is really important to me. It's a huge part of my sexuality and my sexual preference, and it's not something that I necessarily want to sacrifice to have a flat chest. Um, but at the end of the day, I mean, if it came down to it, it's not a question. I would get double incision and lose feeling or whatever. Um, but it's not what I would ideally choose. But my biggest hang up about it is that I'm seeing a lot of guys out there um, who I would assume were around the same chest size as I am, or even smaller, uh, and they're choosing double incision, and it just makes me wonder if there's something that I'm missing when doing my research. If there's some kind of like flaw with keyhole that would make people want to choose double incision over it. I mean, I know that keyhole isn't has a greater chance of being less aesthetically pleasing as far as like nipple placement, and there's only so much they can do to resize it, blah blah blah. That's not a huge concern with me. um, I'm just wondering if there's anything else that I'm missing as far as um, that goes. And the third question is if anyone has heard of doing keyhole a particular way. Um, I found a surgeon that's about 30 minutes away from my hometown, and he was referred to me by another FTM that got a double incision with him, and highly recommended him. And I personally have had a personal consultation with him, and he's totally cool, totally knowledgeable, and seemed really down with the trans cause, which is awesome. Um, but he suggested that if I were to get keyhole, he'd want to do it in two parts. He'd want to have the first surgery, where he would basically take all of the breast tissue out and then basically sew it up and let my chest heal as it normally would, so that my skin, basically because I'm so young and relatively healthy, that my skin would have enough um, elasticity to basically shrink without any breast tissue being there. And then, a few months after that, after it's healed, they would go in and do a second surgery and basically, bring in all the tight skin, resize the nipple, and make it tight and give it that masculine appearance. And I mean, to me, it sounds awesome, but I don't know if anyone else has really heard of doing it that way, or if that's a pretty normal or abnormal way of going about it. So if you have any insight as far as any of those topics, please either comment or message on this channel, or you can hit me up on my personal Tumblr. My ask box is always open there. So yeah, if you have any advice at all, please let me know. All right. All right. Okay. Well, have a good one.